What is up, my peeps? It is Deej here, and I got a new Skyrim video for you. It is little helpful hints on the way, how to use the new Vampire Lord. A little bit's the same, a little bit's different. A lot of cool new stuff. First off, you're able to turn into this bad motherfucker right here. A couple things off. You get a floating ability, and it gives you a couple spells in each hand when you're in the air like that, and then you can also drop to the ground and use your claws, kind of like a werewolf, and you got about 75 hit points for each swing, and then you got some gear that'll bump that up later down the road. I don't use the claws too much, but one thing that trains your perks in the vampire class, and I'll show you the perks later, but what trains it is using your right hand with your, it's like the life-sucking blood bomb or whatever you call it. I don't know the name of it right now, but it's standard and you always have to use it. And then also you can bite people. It's a little different than before, but what you do is you do a little melee action, and you can only do it to the live people. You can't do it to other vampires or the Forsworn, I found out. So you just beat them down with your claws, and you get the chance of sucking their neck at the end. Here it is in what a little bit different is before in the old Skyrim, when you went 4 days without thirsting or without feeding and you were bloodthirsty, they would all attack you. That doesn't happen anymore. It only happens when you turn into this the Vampire Lord and you're in public like that. So that's really the only time that you're going to be attacked by other people. But goddamn, it's fun going around killing people like this. The first two standard spells you get, like I said, is the blood sucking or the life sucking red thing there. And then the other one is the reanimate corpse like that. It's not too powerful. If you have played this before, you've seen that raising zombies just really isn't that useful. It's neat, but it doesn't do much. Another basic addition is you don't have to feed on sleeping people anymore. You can use this vampire seduction here, and one time a day, obviously. You can only use it just like before. But if you go up to anybody in town and you seduce them, I guess, you can bite them, just like you did before while everyone was sleeping. I'm sure you still can while you're sleeping. I haven't checked because I've just been doing this new stuff. But if not, then, well, it's easy as pie, and see, no one even seen me do it. So that part is really easy. So you can go into any towns even after 4 days, and you can go to anywhere and feed, so that really doesn't matter. A really cool new addition is this what do you call it, the bats. It's all it's called is bats. So it's kind of like one of the shouts before, where it's, what was it, the sprint shout. A lot of these powers that the vampires get are just revamped, if you will, shouts and abilities that you've already had. Not all of them, but quite a few of them I noticed. Like another one I'll show you later, the telekinesis. It's very similar to something. But yeah, it's like you can dodge you can dodge bullets, or not bullets, but projectiles, you know, arrows and whatnot, swings from people, or just jump from ledge to ledge with it. It's really, really useful. Another cool thing with the floating ability that you have is if you say, like in instances like this where you're around water and they're surrounding you, you can just go float out on the water. It's really cool. The floating ability has quite a few things that have an advantage. This is one of them. Another is you can go over pressure plates, you know, where the booby traps in the dungeons and whatnot. Now you can just float right over those, and it's not even going to affect you. And you know, I've used them quite a few times to help kill the badass enemies, and you know, so if you're floating over them and running through the halls really fast, it's pretty damn useful. And like this, just like this, you can just float around the water while they can't get to you, and you know, suck their life away. Some really, really cool new stuff. Here's another really neat one. Like I said, so this was an ability already before, but it's just like I never used it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it now. But you have it's called Vampiric Grasp, and it's just like the telekinesis power, the destruction, or no, it's not destruction, it's alteration, I believe, in the previous Skyrim. But I didn't really use it, and I actually don't know if you can throw people around as much as in this, because I was just throwing pots and inanimate objects around. But like, just look at this. Here I am just practicing with it, and they're just kind of moving around, and I get better and better with it and just start throwing them around. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, this is just the basics though. I'm going to bring on another video where it has all the abilities that the Vampire Lord gets throughout the game. We've been gaming all day and getting those for you. I just figured you want the basics first, because I'm having a lot of fun with it, and then we're going to give you the whole shebang with all the perk tree loaded up and all the abilities that the vampire gets. This is just the first couple hours of having fun with the Vampire Lord. Looking at 'em fly. Anyway, yeah, so if you've played with the telekinesis before, it's pretty much the same thing, and here I'm getting a little better at it. You can pull them from long distances and just launch them off mountains and stuff. It's pretty fun. If you guys liked a lot of my shouting videos where I was just throwing animals off mountains and stuff, and I can see I'm going to be having some fun with this. So let me know if you want to see some video montages of just throwing people around and off castles and mountains and whatnot. I was having a blast doing this earlier. There's a buddy here too. He's been just going to town on the vampire and throwing things everywhere and checking out all the new abilities. It's a pretty cool game. I mean, like I said, a few of these are already in it, but just having it be the vampire lord and being able to act like a badass, it just I never used some of these before, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. And the one thing about the previous Skyrim is you know, the werewolves always had the transforming ability to become something cool, and now the vampires do too. So here I'm gonna show you the rest of the basic powers and stuff that you get right off, and then the perk tree that you get to fill up at the end. And like I said, I'm gonna bring out another video that shows you all those things. So you get the standard stuff like we did in the previous regular Skyrim, like Embrace of Shadows, the Vampire Seduction, Vampire Servant, and the Vampire Sight. That's pretty good if you're running around at night. It's allowed me to see a lot of the things in the dark that you don't normally do. And so in the normal active effects as before, you know, you have the illusion spells are 25% more powerful. You can sneak 25% better. You're immune to diseases and poisons. That's all the same. All this stuff is the same as before, and it bumps up every 4 days, or you know, every day as a 25% increment for the ones that actually do increase. So you know, all that is exactly the same as far as I see it. You know, the poisons and the disease is always 100%. Oh, I guess not. I guess I have a disease there. The poison is. I don't know about that. Anyway, so here's the perk tree. You can only look at it when you are actually a vampire lord. There's Kumar. Love you, Kumar. So yeah, and then the werewolf. I'm going to be bringing out a werewolf one too, and show you all the goods on that, because it's not as cool as... I haven't played it yet, but by everything I've read, it just doesn't look as cool. Anyway, the first ability is the Vampiric Grip. You've seen a little of that already, and that one's fun. The rest of these I'll show you in another video. Summon Gargoyle, that's pretty basic. A Gargoyle comes to help you. Corpse Curse, that's just you paralyze the target. They just fall over, you know, in that little green hue. It's same as having the paralyzed poison on them. Detect all creatures, that's where you just see them like red through the fog. It's just like another power we've had before. Transformation into a invulnerable mist. That one's kind of neat. It actually regenerates you and makes you invulnerable for a little while. And everything slows down. That's just basically a time slow. It's pretty basic. Killing a person by biting them, it restores your health. Again, basic. Night powers cost less. Just all passive stuff. Melee attacks do 20% more, and that's just with your claws. The cool one here, though, is when you're in combat, you're surrounded by a cloud of bats, and they're just constantly circling around you and eating your enemies. It's pretty gnarly. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to be bringing out another cool video with all the effects. I just figured you guys want to see this stuff right away, and probably the werewolves after that. So as always, peeps, stay gaming, and have fun with Skyrim.